Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with Technical Solutions. I was going to make a super fancy video, kind of just showing you guys detailed ways of like how I grew my account. But again, one of the things that I want to share before we even get started is that there's so many different ways that you can grow your account in the stock market. There's investing, there's aggressive day trading, there's swing trading. There's so many different ways to still be able to get that same end result, and that's make a profit. But one of the first things, again, that I want to make sure that you guys understand is that there is a big learning curve. Nothing in this world worth having comes easy. You're going to make mistakes. It's going to take time. The whole idea that I want to share with in this video is I'm going to share a series of best practices that work for me. It doesn't mean that it's 100% going to work for you, but the whole idea is for you to take what you see value in this video that I talk about and begin to practice it, test it. And if you begin to see that it begins to work for you, then great. If you don't see that it begins to work for you, then find series of best practices, maybe from even other people that work well for you. We're all wired in different ways, and that's one of the things that I'm always here to empower you to do, is that, again, find your unique way of how you can grow your account and how you want to approach the stock market. There is not one single way that will work for everyone, and I just want to kickstart that video and make sure that you guys all understand. So one of the things that I want to show you guys is, again, if you guys haven't joined our free Facebook group, it's the second link down below, I'm pretty sure. I actually have a free gift for you. It's going to be the first link down below. It's a free ETF checklist. If you want it, you do have to have a Facebook account. If you don't have it, then again, you can't download it. But one of the things that I want to show you guys is I've been doing daily recaps on YouTube every single day, right? And one of the things that I wanted to show you is following up with the video that I made earlier this week where I talk about how to beat the stock market in 2020. I feel like a lot of people talk about it, but yet they don't really show. There's many different ways on how to do so. And one of the things that I wanted to show you guys is what this shows you is, if you guys could see on Friday, it shows you my ending balance of $47,389, and that's my current account balance. So that's after profits. So after the market closes, this is the balance that it retains. So from Friday, again, on Monday, I grew my account. And if you guys didn't see the overall recaps, I have these for you right here. So on Monday, I made $589 profit on DGADs. On Tuesday, I made $537 profit. On Wednesday, this was the crude oil report. I traded a little bit of crude oil. I did $628 profit. On Thursday, one of my favorite days to day trade, I made a little bit over $1,000, and this was the natural gas report. That's, again, my preference. And then on Friday, which was yesterday, I made $740 profit. There is no question. Again, I'm going to get a little bit more into detail about this later throughout this video. So again, I really hope that I earn your thumbs up. But what I wanted to show you guys is, again, I trade with about $40,000. As you guys can see, my balance was around $43,000 starting off the week, right? Then I ended at $44,421. Then I went at nearly $45,000. Then I went to $45,600 and then to $46,000. Again, this was a big jump because I had over $1,000 profit that day. And then on Friday, I ended it at $47,389. One of the other things that I also want to show you is, again, this is my TD Ameritrade account. Today is January 18th. It's Saturday. We can go on over to monitor. We can go here to profit and loss, and you can see the three focuses that I've had this week. And I'm actually surprised that I traded UWT. Being completely honest, I don't normally trade crude oil very often anymore. You guys might always be asking, why do I trade so much natural gas? Why do I trade so much, DGAS and UGAS? Why would I trade anything else if I found something that works for me? Like, why overcomplicate? If you found something that works for you and it works for you every single day, at least you have a good working system. Who cares what everyone else is doing? Find your niche and stick to it. Who cares about what everyone else does? So this shows you with DGAS, UGAS, and UWT, which is what I've traded for the past week. I've made a total of around $3,500 profit, not too bad, which amounts to about 8 to 9% growth from the overall week. And one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys is, first of all, I did not have one red day this week. That is not, again, something that you experience. It was a very, very successful week for me. And I want to attribute a lot of that success to my position size. If you guys watch every single video that I have uploaded this week, all it talks about is how important it is to what? Manage your risk, and how important it is that when your position size is not too big, right? When you're entering a position and you're still uncertain if it's going to go your way, that you watch your position size so if things do go south, it's much easier for you to manage your risk. And what I wanted to talk about today is a series of best practices that work well for me. Again, you guys, if you guys see value in any of them, test them first, see if they work well for you, and then follow up with me. Let me know if they work. You guys can practice this with paper trading, simulation trading. There's so many different ways in which you can practice. There's no excuses. Just, again, figure it out yourself, right? I'm not here to walk you every step of the way. It's getting started is always the most difficult part in the stock market, and this is where you have to begin to jump the hurdles. Of course, I'm here to assist you, but I'm not here to ever tell you what to do. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about that I attribute a lot of my success to this week has to be my position size. Again, I'm going to repeat it one more time, my position size. So if you trade with $1,000, that is your account balance, and every single time that you see an opportunity behind a trade, again, I'm a day trader, I don't invest in the stock market, so my approach is a little bit different, but if you see an opportunity, you see a pattern, and you go into it, right? And you go into it 100%, I'm not saying that's the wrong way to do it, I'm just saying that I've noticed that when I watch my position size, so instead of going in with $1,000, an example is I'll go in with $100, 1/10 of what I normally trade with. If you're part of the Learn Plan Profit group, you guys can all ask them. That is 100% what I do every single morning. What do I always say? My first trade is just me testing the market. I'm stretching. I'm a day trader. I like to challenge myself every single day to seek opportunity. And sorry, my gardeners are in the back, so you guys might hear the leaf blowers and stuff like that, so I do apologize for that. But one of the things that, again, that is super, super important is as you're testing something, if it's actually going to go according to plan, I watch my position size. So if it does go according to plan, I can add more to my position size as it, increases in value. Makes sense, right? But if things go south, by me taking a 1/10 position, it's so much easier, right, for me to cut losses because, again, I have less skin in the game and there's less emotions because there's less money, again, that I have behind that trade. Just an example, just something I wanted to share with you. Feel free to test it and let me know what you experience. So one of the other things that, again, I am known for, and we joke around about it in the Learn Plan Profit live stream, is I always lock in profits at any indication of a resistance. I am known, right? People laugh sometimes when I lock in profits because the idea that I leave a lot of money on the table, meaning that like I lock in profits too early, it continues to rally. One of my biggest focuses in the stock market is consistency. I would much rather consistently grow my account and consistently be green than try to make it or break it. That's just my approach. I'm not saying that's the right or wrong way. It's just what I do. And I have noticed that by locking in profits, we have this saying within our team, and it's that no one goes broke by locking in profits. So if you find yourself, do a self-evaluation. If you find yourself many times in a pickle where you end up being in the green, but then you end up being in the red because you don't lock in profits because you're greedy, because you're chasing that dollar value, then this might be something that you might want to test. Again, if you see value in it, if you see it to be something that might be a potential solution, then the idea of locking in profits early is not such a bad, again, approach when, again, you're just getting started in the stock market. Why are you trying to make it or break it right now when you have so much time left to actually make money? Right now, you're learning, you're testing systems to build your experience, to build your track record, and to build your confidence. So why are you trying to make it or break it? You're just going to discourage yourself, at least in my opinion. Another thing that I want to share is the overall idea of risk management. I can't stress this enough. I did not have a red day this week in the market. I did have red trades, meaning that I had to quickly cut losses when things began to look like they were going south. And I attribute a lot of my success this week, especially as in it being a 5 green week day streak. And the reason why is because I've done such an excellent job managing risk. That's the easiest way for me to put it. There is no other way to put it other than if you suck at cutting losses, practice it. It's the weekend. If you want to get better, there's trading on demand, there's simulation trading. There's absolutely no excuses. If you actually want to experience success in the stock market, then dedicate time to practice everything that you learn. See the areas that you do well in. If you do well in locking in profits, great. If you suck at cutting losses, then practice it. It sounds weird, but again, if you want to focus on the offense and always making money, this is not a 9-to-5 job. Just because you input a certain amount of hours does not directly compensate you a direct output of pay. So you need to understand how to play the defense as well, not just all offense. Because yeah, you can be up 30% one week, but if you don't know how to manage your risk and you don't know how to cut losses, then it's only a matter of time for you to give it back. And I know a lot of you guys can, again, relate to that as you've had huge green days, but you might suck at cutting losses. And guess what? That's an area of opportunity, an area that you can begin to practice to slowly get better on. Again, one of the things that I said that I'm going to focus a lot in 2020 on is progress. People always say, oh, 2020 or this new year is my year. That's all BS, right? By next month, they're already right back at their horrible habits. Focus on consistency and focus on progress. If you see an area of opportunity, slowly work at it. It's not something that you're going to see a direct change in a day, in a week, in a month. It's something that takes time. It's something that takes time to build a habit. And again, it's not like cutting losses is ever going to be super fun and enjoyable. It just takes time to almost become second nature, and it's just part of the game, right? So again, now that I talked about those 3 series of best practices, one of the other things that I have had a huge focus on this week, and it's because of what I trade, is natural gas. Natural gas, I tend to focus a lot on direction. I'm a big believer that if there's a consistent pattern, if there's a consistent direction of something increasing in value or decreasing in value, because I have such a big focus on natural gas, which is a future, and it's correlating ETNs, one goes up and one goes down. So as long as I pay attention to the direction of natural gas, I can then pick a side depending on that direction and then end up going with the flow. Again, I watch my position size, and if things go according to plan, I stick to it. That simple. Again, if you have not focused on direction before, test it. If it works well for you, great. And if it doesn't, then find something else that does. That simple. One of the other things that I want to empower you over the weekend is I already talked about it in this video. It's the overall idea of practicing, right? If you really want to make it in this market, if you really want to make it in every market, I know that not everyone's made for the stock market, but if you want to, focus a lot on, drop shipping, if you want to focus a lot on marketing, if you want to focus a lot on building your business, whatever the case may be, if you want to focus a lot on day trading, you need to put in the hours and you need to practice. With TD Ameritrade or with any brokerage out there, they offer great simulation or paper trading platforms which allow you to practice with fake money. It's that simple. It's so many people, I think, get stuck in the learning phase that they never actually begin to practice. I'm a big believer that I'm a hands-on learner. So I learn best from making mistakes. I learn best from putting myself in a position where I am actually being tested and challenged. That's me. And that's why I'm sharing that idea that if, again, you are struggling and you want to learn, begin to not just focus on the learning aspect, but also focus on the idea behind the practice. So one of the other things that I want to share is that, again, nothing works 100% for everyone. And what I mean by that is everything that I'm talking about in this video, there's not one perfect, trading system or best practice that is wired for everyone. And the reason that I'm sharing that is as you're getting started, the idea is not to copy people step by step. Think about it. When I take a trade, am I asking other people where I'm buying, where I'm selling, where I'm cutting losses? So if you're catching yourself that you tend to do that often, or if you're trading based off of other people's opinion, do you really think that's going to lead to your success? Do you really think that you are going to grow as a trader by always asking what to do? You should understand what you are doing and dedicate time to build that why, to build that reason behind that trade or behind that investment, right? And that's something that, again, is much more difficult because if you're told what to do, it's very simple. It's kind of like that saying that they have, right? That you give a man a fish, he can eat for a day. If you teach a man how to fish, he can eat for a lifetime. It's really dependent on what your approach is. If you just want to do this for a week, then yeah, maybe being told what to do is great, but it's not going to be with our team, right? But if you want to actually be, instructed on, what works well for us and how you can begin to test that to see if you see value in it and understand the why and have a reason behind everything that you do, then that is exactly why we are here. And one of the things, again, simulation and paper trading platforms, I can't stress that enough. You guys need to practice. You guys need to practice. You guys need to put in the time, and there's no other way around it. There's no magic secrets. There's no, 3 tips that I can give you that's going to make you thousands of dollars. Nothing like that. You need to input the hours, you need to dedicate the time, sacrifice, and over time, it's going to begin to make sense. But the hardest part is always that simple idea of getting started. So one of the last things that I want to share is, again, I think because the hardest part in the very beginning is always just then that idea of getting started, I think it's super important. And ask yourself, do you think that it would be in your benefit or in your best interest to surround yourself with people that empower you? I find it to be very empowering as I'm learning about a new market, not to be told what to do, but to surround myself with people that understand what they are doing. So I can ask them questions on the whys behind their, doings, so then I can learn from that. Because when I'm tested and when I'm challenged, I want to understand what to do, not be told what to do. So I would encourage you to check it out. If you like my videos that you guys see on YouTube, we do have a free investing group, or the largest one in the world. It's called Tech Solutions, and we have a little bit over 238,000 members. It's the second link down below, and we're the largest group for a reason, right? You guys can click that second link. You do have to have a Facebook account, and once you get accepted, you get access to our free Discord chat within the first pinned post. And then once you join that Facebook group, and if you like what you see, but you would like to work with me on a closer basis, then that's the Learn Plan Profit group. And that's the only group that I work with on a closer basis. So if you like the way that I teach things on YouTube and you would like the ability to watch me trade live, you get access to the full A to Z video lesson library, you get access to watching me trade live, and you get access to our private Discord chat that's different than the TechBot Solutions one. Again, it's not made for everyone, and that is why exactly I am encouraging you to take time, learn more about our group, and if you like what you are experiencing, then that is an option. So altogether, again, all the links are down below. I shared a free gift for you. It's a free ETF checklist. As you guys know, I have a big focus on trading ETFs and ETNs, right? It's not made for everyone, but if you simply want to learn more about it, click the first link down below. You do have to have a Facebook account, and we'll send you a free PDF in which you can download about what I focus on when it comes down to trading ETFs and what leads to my success. So I really hope that I earned your thumbs up in this video. Again, we did live you guys. If you guys are ready to join the Learn Plan Profit team and be able to watch me trade live every single day, there's a $40 off coupon right below the Learn Plan Profit link that will get you set up over the weekend, and then you guys can watch me trade live as soon as Monday. So I really do appreciate your guys' time. I hope that I earned your thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.